Okay guys, here we go then. Pumpkin bread. I've got to use these pumpkins up, I tell you. So a little bit different today. I'm starting off with the recipe, but as usual, it will all be in the description down below anyway. Yeah, just give you a few seconds to absorb the information, as they say. And then we'll get on to the usual picture of the ingredients laid out before they're made into the end product. I've used pumpkin puree for this recipe, and all this is the pumpkin flesh cut into cubes and steamed for 20 minutes. You can boil it, but I find that when you boil it, it goes a bit soggy. And then just mash it up with a potato masher or puree it with your stick blender. Looking at the size of my pumpkin, I think I'll be making a bit more of this puree. Okay then guys, here we go. This is a 2-bowl recipe. 1 bowl for the wet ingredients with the sugar and 1 bowl for the dry ingredients. Okay then, so first up is to get the oven on 180 degrees Celsius. That's that annoying drone in the background. Can't do much about it because it's 3 foot away from the microphone. Grease and line a loaf tin. This is an 8 by 4 inches, 20 by 10 centimetres. I always spray the inside of the paper as well. And in the wet bowl, in with the pumpkin puree and the eggs, the 2 eggs, in with the water and the vegetable oil. I wouldn't use olive oil for this one, just use plain vegetable oil. And in with the sugar and give it a good mix in. Stir it around a bit. I don't know what it is with caster sugar. Caster sugar always seems to go lumpy with me. So just make sure the lumps are broken up. You don't want a bit of a surprise sugary bit in your bread, do you? And when it's all done, set it to one side. Okay, dry bowl stuff next. So into the plain flour, add the bicarb. I'm pretty sure you could use self-raising flour if you wanted to. In with the ground cinnamon, ground nutmeg, ground cloves, and believe it or not, ground ginger. Give them a bit of a whisk together just to spread it around a bit. And then we add the dry ingredients to the wet ingredients. And all we're doing now is mixing it together. It's not so much a fold or a stir or a mix or a beat. It's a bit of everything. We're just trying to get the flour wet, get it all combined, and as soon as it's combined, it's ready to go in the tin. So I'll scrape off the sides. Notice there's no beating, it's just move and stir, move and stir, move and stir. Bit of a Mr. Miyagi thing, you know. Very therapeutic. And this mixing part of the video is real-time footage, no editing. What you see is exactly how long it took. Well, nearly there guys. Into the loaf tin, or bread tin, what you want to call it. Nice and slow, get it in, let the paper settle down a bit. And scrape the bowl down as best you can. Let's face it, you spent 8 minutes making this, you don't want to throw it away. I like to give it a good prod in, just poke it around a bit, get it settled down. In a gloopy mix like this, there won't be any air pockets, but old habits die hard, you know what I mean? And I got rid of that little lump of flour at the top. And that's it then. In the oven, 180 Celsius, fan, 50 to 60 minutes. Just keep checking it towards the end, poke a metal skewer in, and if it comes out not sticky, it's ready. Leave it a quarter of an hour or so before you take it out the tin. Just helps it set a bit, that's all. Not so floppy. Well, here we go, guys. I'm liking that. Yeah, I tell you, it is so moist. You don't need the butter. Oh. That's a keeper.